live countdown starts.
Yeah.
It's thrilling. I don't know. I know I'm sad. I'm a sad person. So
No.
but here we are. We're live and I'm talking weird because every time I start the video, I have to go on the post on Facebook and change it from friends only to public because it always sets itself to friends only.
That's
And if
weird.
which is extra weird. Now, that wouldn't be that big a deal, but if it's set to friends only, then the chat won't work
Oh,
because Restream isn't. I guess we're not friends, which I thought we were cool, but I guess we're not friends.
it's okay.
That hurt my feelings. I feel really good about my camera setup. I'm feeling good about it. So,
Good.
sorry. What?
That's
What were
it.
you gonna say? What were you gonna say? Come on.
I was gonna say I can only like I know what it looks like because I've seen it, but like the way that I'm viewing this is basically like it looks terrible. Like everything looks terrible. Like everybody moves every 5 seconds,
Do
and
you want us to hold a fundraiser to get you a computer that works?
no, that's okay.
We could.
No, this computer does everything else fine except for Restream.
That's the what are you using? Chrome?
Yeah.
I don't know. I use Chrome and it's fine.
Yeah, I know, but like literally any other streaming type thing that we do is fine, just not
Well,
this.
well, that doesn't use that's not high quality. Like when we're hanging out on 2.7 watching anime, it's not high quality.
What about when we were doing like all the other stuff?
On
Like,
Zoom,
yeah.
Zoom is also not high quality though.
Well, it can't take high quality things.
So, well, speaking of which, let's check on the doggo cam. Oh, look, we got two dogs in the doggo cam today.
Uh,
I guess the dog that I'm not going to say her name because then she'll come to me as soon as I say her name.
mhm.
She's been chilling out with Chicano. I don't know how long it'll last before she'll decide to lay in the hallway. But so people, life is good. It's when life is good, it's best not to ask questions. So let's not question that we got the double doggo cam today. Let's just be happy about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it looks like you can see her. She's like slowly starting to nod off into sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so cute. Anyway, uh, um, Linda Powell just commented in the chat and said, "Live you." I think she meant love you. Love you
Maybe
too.
not.
Maybe not. But nice to see you. So I don't know if you saw the title today, Michelle, of the
I
of the
did.
video.
Yeah.
So, oh, oh wait, Rachel Rodolphe just chimed in. Sweet angel baby monster. I assume she's referring to you, Michelle. No,
Mhm.
she's referring to Henwolf, the big monster dog in our doggo cam. So, all right, let's get out of there. All right, so Michelle, this has been a long time coming, young lady.
Yeah.
You watched Parasite like before Christmas.
Yeah, I did.
I have a bad habit. People wouldn't know this because, they're not on the inside. They're not in the know. But I have a habit of coming up with what we're going to do when we do the show. And then we never get around to that thing. We end up doing a bunch of other things instead. And it's definitely gotten worse since we started live streaming because now we
Mhm.
have interaction. And because Michelle is such a narcissist, she can't not read the chat. Like, she
It
cannot
doesn't make
resist it.
me a narcissist. I just feel
Uh-huh. You're
bad. I
just
just
like, I
want to
have to
make
know what people are
sure.
saying about me. I
No,
have to
just
know
in
what they think
general,
about
like
me. I
they're
must
taking the
know.
time to write things on the internet, and like I don't want to just pretend. I don't want to like just neglect
We're
them.
not going to neglect them. We'll get to them in a timely manner.
I think that we have a different concept of what timely is.
Well, yeah,
Timely is you
you
see
think
it and you
timely's
gotta
as fast as possible?
yes.
Yeah. That's because you have to know what they're thinking about you. So you're like, oh
I
my
know.
God, I need to know. I have to know. It's all about me. Number one. Number
Yeah,
one. I'm sorry, but that's how you're like in
I
general.
know.
So, so, so you watched Parasite. For those who don't
Mhm.
know, Parasite's an award-winning Korean film. Came out in 2019, and I saw it in the theater in 2020 before the pandemic, and I really loved it. I was surprised just how much, I loved it. So immediately the chat has become way worse. Like Keith immediately commented on YouTube, "Wait, you see what we write? Oh, I was just kidding." And then my buddy Jack just commented, "I will not be ignored, Henrik." So I broke my own rule by reading it and commenting on it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
well, it's hard when they're just straight up trolling me. That's different.
Okay,
And I'm an
sure.
admitted narcissist, so what do I
Oh,
care, man? Come on.
okay.
Come on. So anyway, so Parasite, excellent Korean, well, in my opinion, excellent Korean film. We're about to find
Mhm.
out what Michelle thinks, because Michelle is a weeb. Um but Michelle is a very big fan of anime.
Yeah.
And you are, aren't you?
Yeah.
So the chat's turning on me, by the way. So I'm just gonna pretend you're not here. Just gonna turn my camera like this and be like, whatever. And I'd love to hear from people in the chat what they thought of Parasite. But I'm always trying to get you to check out more Asian foreign stuff, because you're very open to reading subtitles and dealing with sometimes
Mhm.
extremely bizarre cultural differences that are expressed in movies. No, sometimes there's just stuff that's really weird.
It's not that weird.
I'm gonna let that one slide.
Like,
So
what are you even talking about that you think is that
they're
weird?
just, it's not like, I'm not saying like, wow, they all hit each other with fishes on New Year's Eve. No, it's not like anything bizarre. It's just like there are little nuances that sometimes take a second, like
Mhm.
cultural norms and habits that aren't bizarre, they're just unusual.
Mhm.
There are also things that are bizarre, but mostly I'm talking about things that are just a little odd. And when I was younger, those idiosyncrasies used to bother me more. Not like, I wouldn't get like, but I'd be like, what the? I'd be so busy thinking about like how their door knobs look or what, like it's stupid. I was young, I was dumb, I needed money. So, but I'm always trying to get you to look into more of the foreign films, because when I started watching anime with you, I started to notice that anime had a lot to it about that came from Godzilla movies, from samurai movies, things like that. And I found that really fascinating. And I wanted to help you kind of gain. I figured you would be fascinated by the context as well. Like when I started watching anime with you, one of the first things I thought was like, wow, these are like so Lone Wolf and Cub. Like this is trying to be the movie Lone Wolf, the movie series Lone Wolf and Cub, which ironically was a movie based on a manga.
Mhm.
So I've come to the conclusion that anime, like in this weird way, Japanese Japanese movies are like manga aping American concepts in a way, and then movies made based on the manga, and then anime made based on the movies, which then inspires manga, which inspires brand new anime, which is now inspiring American film. It's like a fascinating. I may not have laid that out perfectly. I didn't. I just thought about it again today. But like, my point is, it's just fascinating how like it actually goes in like a big circle and kind of lands in the same spot. Like
Mhm.
I watched this anime and I'm like, wow, this is all. It's like, well, this is based on a manga. And I'm like, okay, so the manga is based on a movie or anime based around the styles of a movie based on manga. Like, it's just, I love that though. That's awesome. That's why I get so amped up when I talk about film history.
Mhm.
And, and where movies come from, where the concepts come from, what was happening in popular culture, et cetera, et cetera. The other night, I terrorized a friend of mine by just going on and on about the history of where the Cannibal movie came from in
Oh.
Italy. And I have a whole spiel that like explains where it starts, why it grew. But the funny thing is that like it doesn't start with like, so a guy made a movie. It starts with when Mussolini rose to power, he founded state-run film schools. And that was the beginning of Italy having just lots and lots of filmmakers.
Wow.
Yeah. They also weren't allowed to record dialogue on set. They had to record all of their dialogue in post production so that a government appointed worker could hear every bit of dialogue in your film to make sure none of it was subversive.
Oh, okay. I get
So he
that.
was still
Yeah.
a fascist, but he
Yeah.
loved the arts. He had a heart for the arts. He
Mhm.
hearts arts. So anyway, we're not talking about the Cannibal movie right now. Maybe we will if people donate on PayPal. Then maybe I will present my cannibal movie my cannibal movie master course. But right now it's all about Chicano's vet bills, which are mostly paid. Mostly. I don't need you coming down on me about this, Michelle. So, back to Parasite. So my point is though, in the last 10 years or so, areas like Korea, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia. They've started making more and more movies, and some of them are really, really good. And one of the big examples right now is what are you doing, Michelle?
What?
What are you doing? You're
I
making a
don't know.
face.
Am I? I don't know. It's really hard. I can't look at myself. It's hard.
But the biggest example would be Squid Game,
Hmm.
which is how you and I ended up talking about Parasite, and me saying like, you need to see Parasite. I couldn't believe you hadn't seen Parasite.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you'd missed it?
What? Just like the reason I miss all the other movies. I just don't really watch a lot of movies.
You worry me. I gotta fix you
Mm.
violently. So, Parasite. I want to hear what you thought of it, though.
Well, I mean, it
Uh-oh, she
would be
hated it.
easier if this happened like weeks and weeks and weeks ago.
I'm sorry your drug-addled brain can't. It's not like it's like, I did a lot of partying. You know, come on.
You know how many things I've watched? I liked it. Interestingly enough, the portion of my family that's seen it did not like it at all. They really didn't like it. They
Really?
didn't explain to me why, but I
They
didn't
didn't
ask.
explain why?
I didn't ask.
Oh, okay. Because when you say like I didn't like a foreign movie and then you don't explain why, it makes me think it's because you just you didn't get into it. Because foreign
Well,
movies can be challenging to get into for some people.
well, one of them was, I mean, it was my dad and then my sister, and my sister like used to watch anime all the time. So
Your
I think,
sister didn't like it?
yeah, she did not like it.
That's weird, because I could see your dad not liking it because like it's a pretty long and nuanced movie.
Hmm.
And there are two directions that movie can rub you the wrong way. It can rub you the wrong way if you're rich, and it can rub you the wrong way if you're poor.
Sure.
Because but that's why I like the movie, is because it's balanced. It's a movie about how like these poor people, because it starts out with these poor people are no angels. You know, they're willing to lie and cheat and potentially steal. But then as you get to know the rich family, you realize like they're not that much better. You know, I mean, they're not. And the funny thing is, it's not like because they're lying and cheating and stealing to become rich. They're just also not very good people. Like they make the same bad decisions and mistakes as the poorer people. They just have a really nice house to do it in,
Hmm.
which I thought was fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, I thought what was interesting was that, like, well, the family, the poor family that like conned their way into getting jobs for this rich family. I thought that was interesting because they were doing the jobs. They were like
No, they were.
they just basically needed like, help on their resume.
Well, they made up all the stuff on the resume. So help on
Exactly.
the resume
Help.
by lying. Help lying. Uh, no, you're not wrong. For the most part, they all did a really good job too.
Hmm. Yeah.
But well, that was the other thing too, though, because the initial kid who lies to get a job there, he's perfectly qualified though
Hmm.
to do the job. But then when it gets all the way down the line to the point where they're hiring their entire family to work for this other family, like the dad actually is a little bit too much of a screw up, although he starts to straighten out and get better at the
Yeah.
job. And their mom has a little bit of a bad temper for being
Hmm.
like the house, cook or whatever it was that she the not the cook, but the like a general maid is
Hmm.
what she was. So I like that though. I like that that's the way it is. Like in a way, if that kid had just left their family out of it, they probably would have had a sweet gig going for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that's why the movie gets so, continually gets so fascinating. And I love that without any spoilers, like they end up meeting somebody even more desperate than them who is even more willing to do terrible things than them. And I love that
Yeah.
too, because that gives you even more perspective. You're like, you know what? Actually, all these people, they're all right. I mean, they're fine. They're just a little frustrating or whatever. But this
Hmm.
person really needs mental and financial help. Like they don't just need
Yeah.
money. They need
Yeah.
some serious help. So, let's see what the people are saying in the chat about Parasite, or as I call it, Parasite. Um, Jack Kerr said, "I will not be ignored." Henrique. Oh, wait, I think no, yeah, that's Yeah, I got that one already.
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh no, it
sorry.
was this one was the one I meant to click on. Mission accomplished because I didn't ignore him. And then Katie Lewis said, "We're all trolling you, Hen. Thanks, you people." And then my buddy Keith commented, said, "Bought it but haven't watched it yet." Well, thank goodness that's not a habit, right, Keith? I know you don't have shelves upon shelves of movies you've bought and not watched. It's an anomaly that you didn't watch this one, and I'm happy for you that it's not a common problem for you. So, stay strong there, Keith. Keith's a habitual collector. David DeNoyer said something really snobbish. He said it also makes a big difference seeing it in a theater too. I don't know if I would have loved it as much as I do if I'd just seen it on DVD/Blu-ray. Oh no. And then Dave took offense. Dave took offense to what I said about Keith and the collecting. I take offense with the shelf comment, sir. It's not me that's the problem. It's the shelf. It's the shelves that are wrong. Oh gosh, I totally made the biggest mistake ever. Now everybody's attacked by
Yeah,
I feel personally
yeah.
attacked by the DVD buying comment. I have an entire wall shelf of Blu-rays and DVDs that I have not even opened. So, but I'm not as bad as Dave. I can't speak for Tim's collection. I've not seen it. Hey, Mad Metal Man is back. How you doing, brother? He said, "Yay, I'm only slightly late this time. Greetings, lovely meat creatures." Well, I
Really,
mean,
we're mostly water, but,
we're
you know.
meaty water. Um, and well, we ran late too. We try to start at like 2:30, and usually I'm running late because there's no hard start time. I'm able to just kind of do whatever I want. So on Parasite,
Mhm.
did you have a favorite moment or a thing that really stuck out to you, or
Um,
other than learning what Ramdon is?
um, no, yes. Um, I thought it, like I felt really, like I think, like, when you were talking about, like, seeing the family as, like, kinda shitty and then, like, learning about the fact that the rich people were also kinda shitty,
Yeah.
like, the stuff that, like, they kinda said around them or about them
Hmm.
without even realizing was kind of upsetting, and the whole thing with the like, that basement smell, they all smelled kinda like they lived in a basement,
Yeah.
like, really, really hurt me.
No, and
And
and that's a
yeah.
cultural thing because of the way the slums are in Korea,
Mhm,
in South Korea, compared to here. So there's like a smell
mhm.
that, because of they kind of live underground, kind
Well,
of.
yeah, I mean, basements, if you have a basement that's not, like, it's wet, it's not super waterproofed, it does have a smell to it. It has that, like, mildewy smell,
Hmm.
so if you live somewhere like that, you're gonna kinda smell like that, and it was
Yeah.
just like and then I felt really bad, like, after the whole thing flooded and, like, the sewage was everywhere, and then they went to work the next day, and yeah, I just felt really just really, really
No, it's
bad.
it's a really good movie with really interesting characters. And there's also the thing where, like, when the family's not around, they fantasize about being the family, being rich, being, whatever.
Mhm,
But then when the husband and wife are alone, they like fantasize about being like dirty poor people together. Remember that there's this whole like romantic scene
mhm,
where they kind of fantasize about being like, poor people basically, being different from themselves,
yeah.
which I thought was actually, I mean, which is perverted and perverse and all that stuff. But I think that more than anything, what that tells you is what I said. It's like, it's people are interested in whatever they're not.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's a really good lesson
Mhm,
to consider. Yeah, people are interested in what they are not. So rich people will fantasize. Now, don't get me wrong, there's one that is generally speaking a better circumstance.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, the mindset is the same.
Yeah,
The
it's just
grass
that
is always
yeah,
greener.
the grass thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
grass thing. The you can bring a cow to grass, but you can't make it greener on the other side. So
Yeah.
apparently I also hurt David DeNoyer's feelings. I take offense to the shelf comment because then he said, I only have about 120-ish movies I haven't seen that I own, I
That's not so
think.
bad.
That's not bad. I know he hasn't sat down and counted them because he would not have stopped crying by now. So, uh,
We can't see him.
Mad Metal Man said, "Doing good." And before I forget, happy belated New Year. And then he said, also still haven't seen Parasite. Well, Happy New Year to you too. We haven't talked about New Year's, Michelle. Do
Why?
you
What
want
are
to
we
tell
talking about New
everybody like
Year's?
what you like all of the things you did on New Year's?
Like when I fell asleep and I woke up at 11:30 and went, "Oh, I should go to sleep now." And then I was like, "Oh wait, it's New Year's."
I
So I
was so
stayed up.
pumped when you were awake to talk to at midnight. I was like, "Oh my god, Michelle!" I think you
Yeah.
were actually at like a sweet hipster party, but you were just playing it cool. You didn't want me to find out.
I mean, maybe, but I fell asleep at the cool hipster party and then woke up and was like, "I'm gonna go home." And then I was like, "Wait, it's New Year's."
No. So my New Year's, I spent most of it at a cigar lounge.
Mhm.
Had a really good time. Ate fancy meats and cheeses. I sort of watched the Miley Cyrus New Year's special that they put together on NBC. It
Okay.
was all right. They did it in Miami because you can actually like throw a party in Miami. So because I just remember last year, 2020 was ending. I just remember we tried watching New Year's Rocking Eve. It was just too depressing. Well, because New York was, I mean, we were in the midst of the pandemic, and New York was having a really rough time. They've had a lot of really rough times during the pandemic, New York City. So it was just kind of sad to
Mhm.
to watch like people being all like separated, and it was just a bummer. They couldn't help it. It just was a bummer. So I remember we literally just shut that off and watched Beastmaster instead. We were like, yeah, Beastmaster. This is the escape we need. So, you all right?
Yeah. No, yeah, I just, like, I don't like, I just find all of those kinda New Year's Eve, broadcast shows to be, like, incredibly boring and
Oh,
terrible.
they are. They're only background noise. They're not for like sitting and watching and
I
paying
mean,
attention to.
yeah, I mean, I don't even want it. I put it on and yeah, and then I didn't actually watch it,
That's
like
no, you watch it when you hear, all right, we got 30 seconds. And you're like, huh? That's what we did. Like, we were all chatting at the lounge, and then every now and then we'd look over and see like whatever musical guest was on, or whatever
uh,
comedy skit was on. And if it was vaguely interesting, it would keep our attention for like a minute, and then we would usually lose it. So we did the countdown at the cigar lounge. Then we came back to my house and we watched Cobra Kai, the new season. We watched as many episodes as we could, and then we watched the first 7 episodes on New Year's
wow.
Eve. Well, we watched a couple before the lounge, and then a couple after, and then we finished the remaining 3 the morning of New Year's Day. And man, Cobra Kai season 4 is good. I love Cobra Kai so much. So, but let's see what they're saying in the chat. My buddy Keith said, I probably don't have more than 800 I bought and haven't watched, so take that. Oof. And then Tim just commented, said, interestingly, I was expecting Parasite to frame the rich folks as evil snobs and was surprised that they were portrayed as mostly okay. Not saints, but not the evil upper class. I would agree. I think that we're conditioned, but that's kind of like the big American media cliche is there's
Yeah.
just always an evil rich person portrayed by a moderately not evil rich person. I always love when you're watching like some kind of silly Hollywood movie and it's like and you hear a guy say like we have to fight these corporate interests and stop these rich people from destroying our country. And it's like I'm so glad Leonardo DiCaprio is telling me that. So it's like ironically we hired the richest people we could get to say this.
Yeah.
Oh, David had a question I think is worth mentioning. Did Michelle know anything about Parasite going into it plot wise?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
You did?
Yeah.
How much did you know?
I just knew kind of like the general outline that it was like not about parasites. I mean, as a like a
I thought it was a
thing.
horror movie when I
Oh, no,
first
no,
heard the
no.
title.
Yeah. And I
I
knew it was
mean,
about some family like making their way into the lives of rich people, but that's like what I knew.
all I knew was that it was a very talented director, Boon Jung Ho, I believe, is it, or Boon Jung Hoon? I can't
Mm,
remember his name off the top of my head, but all I remember is he's a very talented director, and I love his work. I saw Snowpiercer and stuff like that. I hope I'm not saying the wrong director. Now I feel weird. Um, but but so I went into it just hearing like it was a phenomenal movie and I should see it. And
mhm.
I do think I went into it hearing it was not a science fiction or horror movie. Cuz yeah, the title Parasite made me think it was like science fiction or something.
Yeah, yeah.
and it was most certainly not. And what a great surprise it was. So, um,
We've ruined it for like a couple of people in the chat, though. Now,
Mad Metal Man said, "I think I passed out watching Ator on New Year's Eve." What is Ator? I'm not familiar with it. Are you, Michelle?
no.
Oh, Mad Metal Man, tell us what Ator is. I'm curious what that is.
No, I don't. I was trying to make that into like a anagram or something, but I can't. So
Sea of Madness, Keith just commented, "It's not about fleas."
yeah.
And then Mad Metal Man chimed in with, "It's not about parasites." Gosh, spoilers, ha ha ha. So, so I'm sorry that we spoil. I mean,
Yeah,
but
you
I don't
ruined
think
it.
they wanted us to think that it was a sci-fi movie at all, because there's no fake out. It's
Mhm.
just a drama with some good comedy and stuff like that. It's very well rounded.
Yeah.
So, Caitlin Gray just commented, said, "Hi, Henrik. Hi, Caitlin. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. I hope your new year is treating you good." I have to know that I got the director's name right on Parasite. So I'm getting onto Wikipedia. Once I can get past the page where they're like, "Please give us more money." It's like, I gave you guys money. I did the thing.
Well, that's why they're asking you again because they
Yeah.
know that you've done it once.
Cuz they're like, once a sucker, always a sucker.
Yeah.
Um Parasite. I think Dave said something stupid in the chat. I'll check it in a second.
It's not
Par-
stupid, but
okay,
that's
so
okay.
I actually got right. Parasite is directed by Bong Joon-ho.
Mhm.
Um and he did a couple. I know he did Snowpiercer. Um, so and then Bong Joon's movie OK Ja is on Netflix is phenomenal. Is that an older movie of his? I'm trying to figure out what he's done. Yeah, it was the movie he did before Parasite, and after Snowpiercer, because Snowpiercer's really good. You would like Snowpiercer, Michelle.
Okay.
It's about a big train that just travels indefinitely after the world has a second ice age,
Oh, fun.
and the train is designed so well that it can just keep going all over the world and keeping itself warm. But it turns out that at the back of the train are like all the sick and poor people, and they all have to fight for scraps and give up a lot of things to live on the train. But then, like, as you go up the train, like there's a train car that's literally an aquarium. There's a train
Cool.
car, like it's really good, and they have to fight their way all the way up. And it's one of those, I keep saying that the English foreign co-production is going to become a way of life.
Mhm.
This was a really early one, so about a third of the movie is maybe in Korean, and about a third of the movie is in like European languages other than English, and then about a third of the movie is in English. So it's really good. So let's see. Tim Chestnut said, "No spoiling Cobra Kai season 4. I know I'm slow. I just finished Wheel of Time on Amazon." Well, I mean, I could save you even more time. I know how slow things are. I could save you more time by just telling you how Cobra Kai season 4 ended. I'm not going to do that. I would never do that. The reason I had to watch it the moment it existed is because I didn't want anyone to be able to spoil it for me.
Yeah.
so I love Cobra Kai. I know some people have been picking on it because it's 4 seasons in and they're like, some of this stuff is repetitive. It's like, first of all, shut up. It's repetitive because it's good and they're wrapping it up. I can't imagine they're going to have more than 5 seasons. So, let them sort out these characters. But every character has a really interesting arc. This season went in some directions I wasn't expecting. So I was very happy with Cobra Kai season 4. And the reason Cobra Kai is so good, I love Karate Kid. Karate Kid has a very special place in my heart. I think that like the heart of the story of Karate Kid and the heart of the story of Cobra Kai is very simple. Children, kids, teenagers need adults to take interest in them. That's what helps them grow and become stronger. And they're hungry for it. That's really what the concept of Karate Kid is.
Mhm.
Daniel LaRusso has no dad. Mr. Miyagi takes a liking to him and teaches him things. But Miyagi doesn't just teach him karate, he teaches him how to have honor and how to control his temper and how to teach himself lessons. It's a really important story, and Cobra Kai just expands on that even more. So I love it. I love Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai has 3 things that no show should be able to have all at once. It has nostalgia. It has nostalgia. It has being very funny, and interesting, and it has young characters that you actually identify with. Like it does, like usually you get two of those at best. A lot of shows are, I mean, especially when you get like a remake show, it's like, I can't believe I care so much about these characters that didn't exist before the show started, when the show is all based around a friggin' almost 40-year-old franchise.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. Mad Metal Man chimed in. Ator is a bad Wizards and Warriors movie in the vein of Red Sonja and various Conan-esque stuff. Okay, I mean Ator does sound like kind of a Conan warrior, a Krull type badass.
Mhm.
So, Caitlin Gray said, "I'm good. LOL. Enjoy your live stream. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the live stream at least a little bit as well." Okay, Mad Metal Man said, I believe the sequel to Ator is the one that has been labeled as Troll 3 because a troll mask makes it into the movie. You might be right, David. You should look into that because Troll 2 had nothing to do with Troll 1. So I think Troll 3, yeah, I'd have to look, but I might look that up in a minute, but we got a lot of chats to get through first. Caitlin Gray said, you said train at least 7 times in one sentence. I'm sorry, I went for 8 and I messed up.
Oh.
The Host is one of my favorites and is from the director, that director, and you guys would love it. I've never seen The Host, and I hate saying that because when that movie came out, I was working in distribution, so I saw it everywhere because it was being promoted everywhere I was. And it looked really interesting. So, Rachel also said, okay, Jaws from like 2017, but that's okay. What? Why is she being a butt? Okay, Jaws from 2017. That's what I said. Snowpiercer's from 2013. That's what I said. I've never been wrong in my life, and now I'm mad. All right. Charles Campbell said, I binge watched it as well. Saw it when it first aired on YouTube. See, that's the thing. I never saw it when it was on YouTube, and most people also didn't. Netflix is the one who kind of brought it back. Got YouTube Red for that reason on trial and canceled right after. Karate Kid is awesome. Now the Hilary Swank version and the Jaden Smith version, not so much. Okay. We about to get real up in here. I love the Hilary Swank next Karate Kid. And the thing I want more than anything from Cobra Kai is Hilary Swank's character to show up because the creators of Cobra Kai said that the next Karate Kid movie is canon and is part of their Miyagi-verse. So I think she's going to show up at some point. And I'm going to squeal with glee. So that's what I say.
Yeah.
Mad Metalman said, I just loved Pat Morita. That was the whole reason I got into the Karate Kid series. No, I agree. And for lack of a better term, kind of the echoes of Miyagi are such a common thing on Cobra Kai. But the smart thing is, it's not like every episode Daniel like looks at a picture of Miyagi and like thinks back and you hear like the flute music and then you see Miyagi in they do it so sparingly that when they show Miyagi, you like get choked up though, because they don't constantly dig up his memory and dredge it up. But when they do, you're just like, oh man, I would miss him too if I had a friend like him. Are you laughing because you're reading the chat ahead?
No, I'm laughing at them bringing up Miyagi and all, like, I don't know, just something about, I don't know.
Have you seen Karate Kid?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah.
Now I gotta order you Karate Kid.
Oh, please
Send
don't
it to
order
you.
me anything else.
Ator was directed by Joe D'Amato. Oh man, okay, Mad Metal Man isn't cool in my book if he watches Joe D'Amato movies. Joe D'Amato is one of the kings of Italian sleazy ripoff movies, and I love Joe D'Amato. I need to see Ator. Yeah, Mad Metal Man, I will say this sincerely, it seems to me like you are one of us. You're not necessarily Michelle. Michelle's a weeb. She's not like a horror nerd, but yeah, you're definitely one of us. Mad Metalin commented, a response to Troll, there is a German-made sequel to Troll 2 called Control. It's, confusing to the lore for sure. I imagine so, considering Troll 2 has no trolls in it. Troll 2 is full of goblins. Oh, okay, and Dave just cleared it up. Ator 3 is known as Troll 3.
Oh.
So, I want to look that up. Ator. I'll just look up Ator. See what comes up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Ator, Iron Warrior. Oh, Wow, they're all done by Joe D'Amato. Good for him. Oh, I love reading these like ridiculous Italian movie concepts. All right. So Tim Chestnut just commented, said, I agree. Bring on Hilary Swank. She should be fighting for control over the Miyagi-Do name. This is not a spoiler because nothing has happened. I mean, it's a little bit of a spoiler. Hilary Swank does not show up in the season. I think it's obvious by the fact that I made that whole thing about it. I think that she can either be a combatant or she could be like somebody who shows up to like get LaRusso back in the game of fighting for Miyagi-Do. Because, you know, he loses his way sometimes. There's a great episode where he ends up in Japan and kind of realize, and that's in the 3rd season, where he realizes that, you know, there's more to Miyagi-Do than just what he knows. There's a whole, you know, world of people Miyagi touched when he lived in Japan and stuff like that. So, Charles Campbell said, Eagle Fang, best karate dojo name ever. Yeah. So when Johnny Lawrence has to start his own martial arts place instead of Cobra Kai, he names it Eagle Fang, and their logo is an eagle with fangs. Like it has a beak and then also fangs.
Aw.
And people are always like, eagles don't have fangs. He's like, yeah, whatever.
They do. Yeah, they do in the logo. So
Marita was a fantastic actor. Watch Auntie Lee's Meat Pies to see his Southern Sheriff role. Yeah, Mad Metal Man is definitely one of us if he's mentioning Auntie Lee's Meat Pies. Good to have you here, Mad Metal Man. If you're ever in Ohio, I will totally screen Nightmare City for you on my giant projector screen. And I think you would really, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have, you would really enjoy it. Eagle Fang Karate. I'm going to show you the logo because it's so cool. And because I keep forgetting that I can show you things.
yeah.
I just realized we lost a dog.
Oh no.
It's down to only Chicano now.
Where'd that one go?
Oh, there she is. I can see her if I peek my head out the doorway a little bit. She's laying by my door. Oh, so yesterday I'm recording Weekly Spooky and I didn't close the door all the way. And Henwolf, if I don't close the door all the way, Henwolf will butt the door open with her head and then go lay somewhere else. So she just doesn't want the door closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I thought was really cute. It's like, she just doesn't want the door closed. It's not that you know, she wants to be in here. She just doesn't want the door to be closed.
Yeah, she needs like, you know, it's like her house, her rules. You don't close the door.
I mean, when
She's
you're
gotta
right,
be
you're
able
right.
to check on you.
All right, let me pull this up. Eagle Fang Karate. Do you see it?
Oh, I do. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat.
You son of a bitch!
I
The
like
chat isn't even
that
updated. I
logo.
read everything already.
I like that logo.
Isn't it cool?
And
It's an eagle and it's got fangs.
And I now believe in eagles with fangs.
Well, good. That makes 2 of us. All right. You know, I'm gonna bring up in a second. I'm gonna bring up a trailer for like A-Tor. I just want to look at it.
Okay.
Since we're hanging out here. Speaking of which, Mad Metal Man just commented. I love horror and exploitation films. I actually started looking into you after doing research for my interview with Steve Rudzinski. Didn't realize I had seen some of your movies beforehand. Wow, I've known Steve Rudzinski since I was in well, it was after I dropped out of high school, but I think I was 17 when I first spoke to Steve Rudzinski. We did a bunch of stuff together over the years. He lives out in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
So, yeah, yay Pittsburgh. Stephen Gray just commented, do you have any plans to release a box set of your films? No, unfortunately. My movies are handled by so many different distributors. Some of them are owned by so many different producers. It would be a total nightmare. And with the declining sales of physical media, it just wouldn't make sense to release the movies again, to have to pay licenses. And it's not even just about money. It's about the time to negotiate agreements and, you know, come to terms with everybody. You'd have to get everybody on board. They all have to approve the artwork. They all have to approve the transfers. They all have to approve the authoring. You end up dealing with like 7 chefs when usually 1 is almost too much. So unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. But I am trying to get every film of mine I possibly can on some kind of limited edition Blu-ray. That's something I'm actively working on all the time. So Mad Metal Man said, a fanged eagle. Awesome. I would say wicked, but whatever. David Donner said, it looks like A-Tor 1 through 3 are the easiest available. Easiest available. Okay. I mean, I would have said most available, but that's just because I speak English. Ator trailer. Let's see if we can find something ridiculous. Ooh. This trailer looks like it's really high quality. It looks like they actually remastered it. So let me get this ready. Okay, here we go. Up it goes. What's
You
wrong?
finally see what's happening.
It's your own fault.
No.
And lo,
I
the
think it
kingdom
is.
of the spider shall last 1,000 years, and the people shall
Look how
suffer
epic this is.
1,000 years.
Yeah.
It is written,
Dudes in
"And
hairy
this
hats.
time shall be known as the
It's in
age of
4K.
darkness.
That means that at least Ator 1 got some love. They remastered it.
Then out
Look,
of the
it's a bear.
darkness, the
And a
prophecy
moon.
relives.
And a bloody eye.
Him is
This
born
movie just like,
a son.
oh
The
man, this
Enlightened
just
warrior they will
is
call
like
Ator.
dripping epic. This baby will kill the planet.
When
That's
the time is
I hope
near,
so.
The great eagle will shed tears of blood. Ator will cast light
oh
from
man.
darkness.
Look at that sword. There were a lot of Conan ripoffs made in Italy. Italy ripped off a lot of different movies. Anything that was popular, they'd go after it.
I mean, I get it.
David said, I'm getting Conquest vibes. That's a Lucio Fulci sword and sandal movie. That's what we usually call these, were sword and sandal movies. Because there were lots of
Yeah.
swords and lots of sandals.
I mean, I understand sandals are comfortable, but I feel like fighting in them is dangerous.
Well, fighting is dangerous anyway. I feel like if you're swinging these giant broadswords at each other and you're like, whoa, 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 what about my toes? You're really not keeping your name on the game.
Come quickly.
Yeah, no, you gotta do a good job. with your-
So,
I don't
Mad Mental sent 4K, okay, Vinegar Syndrome is my guess. Actually, it looks like this is, it's Multicom Entertainment. Multicom Entertainment Group, or MEG, is a company that has been buying up tons and tons of older movies, stuff from the 80s and 90s especially. Now, Multicom Entertainment Group did license the Amityville Horror sequels to Vinegar Syndrome, so it's possible that Vinegar might put this out someday from the transfer there they are, Multicom Entertainment Group. But Multicom Entertainment Group, what they've been doing, and I would know this because I'm just obsessive about this crap, what they've been doing is buying these libraries of cheap movies or getting Tim Chestnut said the danger in sandals is not losing your footing. That's fair. No, that's fair. But what Multicom Entertainment Group is doing is they're buying up all these movies that are relatively low value, and then they're pushing them onto like Tubi and Pluto TV and Amazon Prime and all these places to maximize their benefits. So they're becoming a really large library company.
That's
So,
cool.
oh yeah, see, even
Okay.
Mad Metal, and he's heard of Multicom. See, it's just you, Michelle, that doesn't know what Multicom Entertainment Group is.
Yeah, I know. I know.
What a
I've been
jerk.
asking you about it for weeks, and you just say like, "When we do the live stream, I'll explain."
I just say, I'll tell you when you're older. I'll tell you when you're older. Ooh, so I didn't find an Ator 2 trailer when I searched at all.
Okay.
Well, let me try Ator E or Two Eyes. Nope. No trailer. So, anyway. I do love a good cheesy Italian movie. Have I ever sent you a cheesy or made you watch a cheesy Italian movie?
No.
I'm so disappointed in myself. Wait a second. I found an Ator 2 trailer. It's in German.
Yay.
Let's watch it. It's not like we were listening to what they were saying anyway.
But now we should.
Vor Tausenden von Jahren entstand in den nebelverhangenen Tälern der Urzeit,
Wow.
unter schlafenden Vulkanen
Der schlafenden
und
Kulan.
ungeheuren Eisfeldern die Legende von Arthur,
I heard Eisfeld,
dem
which is
heldenhaften
the
Kämpfer für Recht und Gerechtigkeit,
der,
dem Feind des
der
Bösen und
unbesagbar Barrel. I don't know.
dem
I
Helfer der
can't speak German.
Unterdrückten und Geknechteten.
Oh man, this is great. Look at
Oh no.
Ich grüße euch!
I remember this. This is actually making me feel nostalgic for back in the day when I used to collect and trade VHS tapes before there was the internet to like get a hold of every movie that exists. I used to get tapes that were like the only way you could see this uncut movie was to watch it dubbed in German, but it would have English subtitles.
Wow. Yeah.
My favorite was you used to be able to get the movie uncut, but it would be in like French and only have burned in Japanese subtitles. So it would have no subtitles at all, but it would have subtitles, but they'd be Japanese. And you can't remove them. They're like burned into the videotape.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't understand anything you're hearing. Yeah, that was... those were the days, man, when everything was a mystery. You couldn't just go buy a HD remaster of a movie and see it in its uncut form as it was intended to be screened theatrically.
Yeah.
Oh God, it wants me to watch Us right now.
Please don't watch us right
okay,
now.
hold on. Of a movie and see it in its uncut form as it was intended to be screened theatrically.
Oh my God, please stop.
Oh God, it wants me to watch Us right now.
Please don't watch us right now.
Okay, hold on.
No,
oh man,
no.
we're watching Us watching
No.
Us. Intended to be screened theatrically. This is getting scary. It wants me to watch Us right now.
God, don't watch us right
okay,
now.
hold on.
No,
oh man,
no.
we're watching Us watching Us.
I don't know.
This
Oh
is
my
getting
God.
scary. It wants me to watch Us
Oh
right
God,
now.
don't watch us right
Okay,
now.
hold on. We don't even have to talk. All right, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this madness.
Wow.
That may be the most tickled I've been in a while. Like, just kept echoing what we had just said. Charles Campbell just commented, "That's some Twilight Zone shit there." You're not wrong, sir. So, Mad Metal Man said, "The Mirror Universe is here to claim your stream." He's not wrong. So I guess should I try against Try to see if there's an Ator 3 trailer
Sure.
that's maybe in English?
No, not in English.
Oh, you want me to search Ator 3 German? Or
yeah,
like
or a
Polish?
different language. Yeah,
Yeah.
just pick a language.
I'm not finding an Ator 3.
In Polish.
Is Iron Warrior Ator 3? I'm asking nobody, I guess.
What about wasn't that Trolls or Gremlins or something?
I actually found the full film Troll 3 Quest for the Mighty Sword. Wow. They actually went, let's call it Troll 3. There's like occasionally things that vaguely look like trolls. At least in Troll 2, it's like, at least I get goblins are kind of like trolls.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best. That movie has the best twist ever because the town they go to vacation in is Neilbog, which is goblin spelled backwards.
Oh, and they didn't even notice.
No, until they look in a car mirror after they're already there.
Oh no.
You would love it, Michelle, because the goblins are all vegetarian.
Why would I like that?
Because it's so weird. So the goblins are all vegetarian. So what they have to do is they have to feed the humans this weird green goop. And when they eat it, it turns them into plants. Because the goblins' favorite food is half man and half plant.
Wow. That sounds like that's a lot of work.
Well, what's great is they literally like, they're vegetarians for a reason. Like there's a part where to stop them from attacking him, he's supposed to eat a bologna sandwich. And one of the lead goblins is like, no, think of the cholesterol. Like the director even said that he and his wife were just tired of vegetarians acting high and mighty. So when they wrote the script, they were making fun of them. Charles Campbell said, "The Impossible Burger."
Yeah, exactly.
One of the greatest lines in Troll 2. You need to see Troll 2. Legit. You really do. It's considered one of the best worst movies of all time. But one of my favorite things is the movie opens with like what looks like a fairy tale being told. Like there's a guy, he's lost in the woods, and he meets a beautiful woman. She helps him, and then she turns out to be a goblin.
Well, yeah.
But it's being told to this little kid by his grandpa. And there's a great part where he's like, he started to sweat chlorophyll green. And he's like, what's happening to him, Grandpa? He's turning into something. Half man, half plant. The goblin's favorite food. And then the kid's like, they didn't eat him, did they, Grandpa? And he looks at him and goes, that's exactly what they did. I love that movie. And the best part is the like turning into plant scenes when you're a little kid are actually really scary. It was only as an adult that I'm like, this is so dumb. As an adult, I was like, I peed a little. As a kid, I was just like, I'm so scared of this HBO movie I randomly found. Let me see if I can find a Troll 2 supercut.
Okay.
This movie is extremely memed. So let's see. Oh God. Best of Troll 2. This is probably going to be terrible. This is like made in 2012, which is weird because the world ended that year.
Well, this is before that or after that?
We got better.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Best of Troll 2.
Goblins don't need to justify their cruel acts. They're evil creatures. But let me go on, please.
Okay, I won't interrupt you anymore.
Aww.
Goblin?
You know what I really love? Oh, look at his face. I want to point out that that little kid had the exact same bed sheets I had when I was his age. I had those exact He-Man bed sheets.
You drank without ever taking his eyes
Oh
off
no.
her.
You're making a mistake, Grandpa. You said they can. You should have said they could. Or what kind of fairy tale is it?
And
I love
they
this movie.
can. Goblins still exist. Your Grandpa Seth is telling you.
Don't tell me they ate him, Grandpa.
That's exactly what happened.
Try to go to sleep. We're going on a vacation tomorrow. A month in the country will do us all good. Good night, dear.
Oh man, okay, this is like the best montage ever of an 80s girl. Wait for it. Ding, 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 ding. Oh yeah. You feel it, Michelle?
Yes. It's working out.
In her bedroom with like a weight bench.
Like, what else are you gonna work out within your bedroom?
So you would be shocked to hear this. So I'm telling you this. Make sure you're sitting. You're sitting, right? That actress didn't put this movie on her resume.
Oh no!
I don't know why. It must have been a mistake.
I'd put it on my resume.
You can. No one would question it. Mad Metal said, haha, Claudio Forgrasso is a fantastic director. 10 out of 10 for Troll 2. Claudio Forgrasso, which directed this movie under the name Drake Floyd, he did a lot of American movies with American names. Him, to make it seem like it was from America. I think my favorite movie of his is, oh gosh, is it not Shocking Dark? It's that movie that was released as Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 before Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and now I can't. It's like on the tip of my tongue. What is the name of that movie? Is it Night Killer? Yeah, Night Killer. Night Killer is, I think, my favorite of his movies because Night Killer actually ends up making sense. A lot of these don't end up making sense. Tim Chestnut wanted to comment and say, movie reaction videos are big on YouTube now, Michelle. You can make this happen. You want to be the sole reactor on this? Here, I'll go away.
No, I don't want to.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let me make
No, stay there. Don't leave.
Let me make it so here, hold on. Okay, so you
No.
react to the movie.
No, don't leave. I like that it's not doing anything. It's better this way.
You have to ask for it to play.
Oh, no, I don't.
What? You're just like, I'll just sit here and not. This is the word. This is why people don't like you. Hey, I like this more.
Me too.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm still learning. Okay, people. So let's play some more of this. But I wanted to mention there has been a kind of a big a stink happening over at Twitch because people are live streaming, and they've started doing a thing where they just live stream whole episodes of TV shows and they just sit and watch it. Mm-hmm. And apparently they're getting busted because they're just not reacting or saying much. They're literally just watching like Kitchen Nightmares and like occasionally saying like, "Oh man, that's funny," or like, "Oh man, what?" And people are like, "You're streaming for 9 hours a day and getting ad revenue," but I guess they don't have a strong DMCA service, unlike YouTube, where I bet you I've already been demonetized for playing audio, even though we're legally commenting on it. It's called fair use. And we are using this fairly, I think. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Why Why is that guy so scared?
Because he thought that it was her room.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so she hit him in the balls and he said, "Are you trying to turn me into a homo?"
He'd cut off your little nuts and eat them. He can't stand you.
He cut off your little nuts and eat them. He can't stand you.
I like you.
Ah, still a better love story than Twilight.
Okay, I'll tell my father that you're coming with us tomorrow.
Where are we going?
Nearby.
So,
a wonderful
this film
half
was
empty
directed
town.
and produced by Italian
Elliot,
filmmakers,
will be
but it was made
wonderful.
in Utah.
You
Yay.
me,
And
woods.
in the
This time,
documentary
we'll be
about the
able to
making
speak
of this
together
movie,
for sure.
the child actor said that they interviewed Claudio Fragrasso, the director. Oh man, this is one of the scary scenes that like totally messed me up when I was a kid.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dad stopped the car. Josh was ready to be eaten.
Look at it!
Uh-oh, it's a goblin or
Larry
whatever.
David!
Where? Oh no.
Oh!
Oh, that's pretty upsetting.
Yeah. The ending is really upsetting too.
That's good.
It's a nightmare. Stupid brat. So,
Yeah.
in the documentary, when you hear Claudio Fragrasso talk about directing the movie, his English is, it's pretty bad. And one of the first things that the kid who starred in the movie says is he's like, I just want to point out that Claudio's English has improved immensely since the late 80s. like he would literally be like people would be like, Claudio, why does she have this thing on her wall? He'd be like, American Girl, that's what, and he'd just walk away.
I don't like this place. Can we go home?
Claudio was he was mentored by one of the biggest schlockmeisters of all time, which I believe was Joe D'Amato, who we were just talking about, who made the other Troll movie. I believe he was mentored by Joe D'Amato.
No.
No, he was. Sometimes I get confused and I wonder if it was Bruno Mattei. Yeah, so no one believes the kid, even though somebody threw him a ball that says, eat up before we eat you, and then we eat you. It's like, what? Mad Metalland said, at least riff the movie or show, if not critique it. Don't just sit there and watch shit. Effort, people. Apply it to your lives, damn it. That became a life coaching scenario rather than just telling people what to do. And he's right, Michelle. Get to work.
Okay.
Now, so Tim's not wrong. Michelle's reaction to things is funny because she hasn't seen a lot of this weird crap. But I still stand by, I think where you're going to start making your living and live streaming is playing waifu simulators. And I'm going to make that happen. That is going to happen.
No, you're not. It's not going to happen.
Oh yeah, I am.
No.
I'll tell you what, guys, if we raise $20 via PayPal, Michelle will have to play a waifu simulator next show. I don't know how we'll make that happen, but
they're not gonna, they don't want to see that though. So
don't act like you aren't curious if you could get a waifu.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could. So yeah.
You should have more confidence in yourself.
No.
Oh, that just covers us. Waifu simulator.
Yes.
Who was it that mentored or did a lot of stuff with Jess Franco? I'm not sure who worked with Jess Franco a ton, honestly. I don't know. I'm not as like tight with Jess Franco. He was a Spanish director. Mm-hmm. I'm not as familiar with all of his history as I am with like Bruno Mattei and stuff like that. Tim Chestnut just commented, waifu, is that like kung fu for housewives? Yep. Answer the man, Michelle.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Okay, it better be.
Yeah.
I don't know why it better be is what I say. But okay. So we got a couple more minutes left in this best of Troll part 1, Troll 2 part 1. Oh my god, this scene. So like I forgot to mention in the opening when Grandpa's telling him a story, when his mom comes in and says, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, Grandpa was just telling me a story." And then he's quiet, and then the zooms out, and the chair's empty. Grandpa Seth is dead. He's a ghost.
Cool.
Except there's a part where one of the goblins banishes Grandpa Seth, like shows up and tells him like, hey, like if this happens, your parents are gonna die, or like, hey, where you're going, they're gonna be goblins. You have to be careful. But then at one point, he literally just like gets a weapon and starts fighting with them. Even it's like, are you corporeal or not?
He's not. He just wants to. Feel like he's helping.
One of his great lines is like, I'll cause confusion with this, and it's just a fire extinguisher. Oh God, David Denoyer just commented and said, what about $50 and Michelle has to watch House by the Cemetery and write a 5-page essay on it?
I mean, I'll do it for 100. I'm not doing it for 50.
Michelle is in beast mode. In beast mode for you have only one job. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I just called you on it.
But like, I'm trying to make the other job happen, and panicking and making animation. I don't have time.
How's your watch? Is it done?
I have a like a proof, basically, just kind of like I did a thing, so like it does work. It does, but it's like not perfect. It's like I needed another frame, and I need to kind of edit some things. But
so you'll show it to us when we're done with this video?
If you want me to. I don't know if you'll really be able to see it, but...
Oh, we will. In our hearts.
Okay. All right.
So Grandpa Seth is like, he's a ghost, but then he's not a ghost, and then he's doing whatever he wants. And my favorite thing is then the preacher of this town, who is a goblin, of course, literally says like, I banish you, old man, back to your cursed whatever. And you realize Grandpa Seth, he makes it sound like Grandpa Seth is going to hell. And I was like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
They meet Joshua. For the love of God,
so he's telling him that if they eat that food, they're gonna turn into half human, half plant things, and the goblins eat them.
You have 30 seconds to come up with some way.
Somehow Grandpa Seth can also freeze time.
That's cool. Maybe Grandpa Seth...
What do you think he's gonna do to stop them from eating their food?
Nothing. Like, he's just gonna be like, stop eating the food.
So so what were you gonna say about Grandpa Seth?
I like, maybe he's not a ghost. Maybe he's like some sort of like demon thing.
I thought you were gonna say deity.
Yeah.
So you voted for he's not gonna do anything to stop them from eating?
Yes.
So he's just gonna, it'd be a short movie.
Well, he's gonna say like, don't eat it. And they're gonna be like, ha ha ha, and then they'll eat it
False. Anyway. Oh man, this is a major highlight of the film.
I must do it. I must do it.
He peed on all the food.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Just wait.
Joshua is not a little shit. He's just very sensitive.
He's not a little shit. He's just very sensitive.
Do you see this writing?
This is a great line.
Do you know what it means?
No.
Hospitality.
And you can't piss on hospitality.
I won't allow it.
What
are you gonna do to me, Daddy?
Tighten my belt by one loop so I don't feel hunger pains. And your sister and mother will have to do likewise. Okay,
poor man.
You want to get rough with me. You want to show me that you don't like the choice of this house for a vacation by going on a hunger strike. Well, I'll accept the challenge. But just remember, when I was your age, I really did suffer from hunger. We'll see who gets through this.
Oh.
But just remember, I've got more practice than you.
Oh my god.
That I wish I could make it like that based that based meme, like just put the sunglasses on. Friggin' based. Mad Metal Man, he's on board with what I'm talking about. He just said Grandpa Seth is the best corporeal / ethereal being. And then he said he's a dimension hopper. Then he said, yeah, you're right, Michelle. He doesn't do anything, and the credits roll.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are dead now. Yay. And then the credits just roll and everybody's happy. So that's like the part 1 of the best of Troll 2.
Wow.
So I wonder what happens when I get rid of this. Whoa, it just goes right back. Man, this software is great. Oh, it said, oh no, stream down.
I think it's okay.
Making me nervous. Because I'm not streaming to YouTube. Everything's being streamed for me from one server. Which is supposed to make things, easier. So hopefully everything's okay. Yeah, it says I'm online on all of them.
Okay, well.
And on your guest channel, Michelle.
Oh.
Okay, Tim says he still sees us, so that's
At
good.
least we're on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely on Facebook. Are you buzzing?
If by buzzing you mean, is my water heater on? Yes.
Michelle, I specifically asked you to turn your water heater off during the show.
I forgot. It's
Your
in the basement.
water heater. Your hot water heater.
I don't say that.
You wish you did, though.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're going to go back to this because this is the part 2 of the best of Troll 2 scenes. Huh. Yeah, it says YouTube went down. I wonder if it went down because we played clips.
And they just like took us off?
They were just like, screw you guys, even though
Maybe.
we haven't given... Oh, wait. Yeah, our stream was taken down for talking about it. That happened. Our stream was taken down on YouTube for commenting over this. Although, I'm actually... Yeah, it was taken down. I have an email.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait, no. It says we're streaming. At least I can see us streaming.
That
That's
middleman says
confusing.
we're back now.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't believe they take us down. We're commenting on a movie from the 80s. Granted, it's owned by MGM, so I guess they got to put their foot up our butt. But like, we're literally... This is the problem with America. No, you know what? Hold on. So this is what makes me mad. I get that there's so many people streaming. I get that there's so many people out there doing shows. It's difficult, but they throw the baby out with the bathwater. They decide to knock us with a copyright notice without checking anything. But if the video was pre-recorded, they would let us, appeal it. They would let us appeal it. And also, if I say the word Jew, we won't get monetized. So now we're not monetized for sure because I said the word Jew. And every time I ever say the word Jew on the podcast, yeah. So that's where we're at. But it just makes me mad because we're literally doing what like bigger YouTube channels do, but they're allowed to not get struck because, they're above it, I guess. But we're literally using these clips in fair use. We're talking almost entirely over them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get on my high horse. It just bothers me. YouTube is so intrusive. Craig Cohen said, I'm Jewish and I want to monetize you. Let me. And Mad Metalman said, this Jew approves. We must have the most Jewish audience of any YouTuber in the world per capita. So, wow. Okay. Well, you know what, Michelle? Okay, guys, stick with me. I'm going to take a vote in the chat because we're toward the end of the stream. Do you guys want us to risk it and play Troll 2? Now, the good news is once this show is over, I can appeal the copyright and I'll win. Because it's clearly fair use.
But you're not going to see it because they're going to take it down.
Oh, they won't take it down. I mean, they'll take down the live stream and then people would have to watch it recorded. You're right. They might take us down. So do you guys want us to keep watching Troll 2's best of and potentially get taken down? Or do you guys want us to do something else like make Michelle play a waifu simulator? I wonder if there are any online waifu simulators.
Probably not.
Waifu.
What? It's not what it's called.
What is it called?
It's called a gal game.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Gal game. Nope.
Okay, fine.
It's called a dating sim.
I mean, that works too.
So it looks like you're in bad company, Michelle.
Yeah.
Mad Metalman said, man, that's up to you, but I'd say no. That's fine. We did end it with that one, so we're good on that.
Yeah.
So, and then Tim Chestnut said, torture Michelle, because he's a man after my own heart. So, he said, I don't want you to risk anything. Well, I assure you that we will not get in trouble, like in a permanent way for streaming that. We can only get in trouble in a temporary way by them knocking the stream down. The fact that they put the stream back up makes me think that they must have realized it was okay. I'm being serious. Like, I think that that's what happened. But I'll only know once the stream stops. Once the stream stops, things really happen. So, but I can tell you we're already demonetized for me saying Jew. I promise you that that's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, so I looked up gal game. I'm not finding anything.
Okay, then look up
Dating simulator game online. It's either that or I make you take quizzes, which that was fun. I always enjoyed doing that to you. Play dating games online on a game.
On a game?
They're not anime though.
It's okay. You tried.
Hold on. Anime dating simulator game for total losers. Oh, Metal Man said look up daddy dating. I'm a little nervous.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That makes me uneasy. It makes me feel funny. Oh, I mean Dream Daddy is what he meant to say.
Oh, that's just weird in a different way.
So, are these online games? Plus, the game doesn't track your relationship, so you need to monitor them yourself with a paper and pencil. What?
What? No.
I'm looking at these dating sims. Okay. Oh wow, this one looks just terrible.
Ugh.
And it's complex. No, I want something stupid. We don't want a smart waifu.
Oh, what is?
This is hard. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Do any of them play online? I don't want to have to download anything. Oh man. I think it's not working. I'm sorry, everybody. Look up Honeycam Studio. Honeycam Studio. I'm probably gonna regret this.
Free to play Otome.
Honeycam Studio players take control of a sleazy cam girl operation and rake in stacks of filthy internet money and attract as many disgusting fans as you can in this fast-paced, click-happy, thoroughly perverted take on business tycoon. Okay, that might be a little too... Immediately under him saying, look up Honeycam, was, no, not Honeycam. Oh, Henwolf is not approved. We better check the doggo cam.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's okay. Chicano just woke up from Henwolf barking. So what were you saying, Rachel? Or Michelle, sorry.
That's okay. If you look up Otome games, you might find something.
Otome games?
Like
how do you spell it?
Otome.
Otome. Oh, it filled it in. Otome dating sim. They're on Steam. I have to download them though. Like I want one that I can just play on the webpage because we didn't plan ahead on this at all.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm trying my best. Also, like I'm being assaulted by like viruses too.
They're not viruses. They're just friends.
I think they're viruses.
They're friends.
Oh, see, like I thought I was playing a game, but this is trying to get me to sign up for a dating app. This is the world that you made.
Cinderella's happy end. Yeah, you have to download pretty much anything.
All right, we'll have to figure that out later. I'm sorry, everybody. I got excited. You remember the good old days when all the games were on Flash?
No.
Okay, good. Me neither. So. I'm like my Google results are going to be forever tainted by searching this.
Yeah, if you're going to search stuff like that, you want to do it incognito so that you don't constantly see it all the time.
I should have. Yes, what streaming software we're using? We're actually using Restream, which is not technically software. There was a bunch of nudity. I'm using Restream, which is an online software. Or an online streaming service, and it allows us to pretty seamlessly stream together and watch videos, and it's pretty nice. So, and I pay for it because I'm fancy, and I like to burn my money. All right, well, I guess I could check this Reddit thread, see if anybody has anything for me, but I think I'm doing a bad job. Katawa Shouju is surprisingly well written and put together. Or Shoujo? Shouju?
Shoujo? Probably shoujo.
Oh god, this looks like what we're looking for. I have to download it though.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, oh, fuck. I'd have to share my whole screen. Hold on. Michelle, could you just hold on?
No.
Michelle, can you hold on? No, I wasn't prepared for this. So let's see what they're saying in the chat. There used to be a Perfect Strangers Flash game. That's what Mad Metal Man said. Oh, I have to confirm I'm over 18. So, thank you for downloading this thing. I'm going to install it, and we're going to try this.
Yay, viruses.
I have a Mac. There's like 3 viruses for it, and they're all Omicron, basically. So, uh-oh. No, I definitely get a virus now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm dropping it into my applications folder, and I'm going to have to reset my screen sharing to make this work.
Oh.
Because I'm sharing a thing. Is this going to work? This is what you get when you're friends with Michelle. So you have to share. Oh, why would it go live instantly? I wasn't done. Okay. So let's see if this works, Michelle.
Okay.
Because what I figure is we'll play it, but you'll make the choices.
Okay.
Like, it'll ask you questions about how to romance the waifu, and you'll answer them, being as honest as possible about how you would romance the waifu.
Okay.
You should be the most, prepared for this ever. Really.
Why?
Because you've watched all of the anime.
I haven't even watched a 20th of the anime.
You've watched every anime that ever was an Anna of May.
I guess.
Did I ever tell you about that old guy I knew when I was a kid who said anime?
Probably, yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anime. He said he watches anime. Have you ever watched anime? I was 14 years old. Anime. All right, so I think I have it.
Okay.
Katawa. Oh, good. It's not showing up even though I added it to my apps. Is it? Yeah, it's Katawa Shouju applications. This is riveting live stream. Although I've watched people eat a whole meal on live stream while the chat just talks to itself.
Wow.
And I'm like, man, that's smart. Cannot be opened because the developer can't be verified. That means I gotta do a thing.
You gotta tell your computer that it's okay
to get a virus.
Yeah.
Yes. Where's my security settings? Oh,
God, you don't need to do that for me. That's enough. You've already done enough.
Oh God. Okay. Open anyway. Open. Oh. Oh. I think I got it to work. Jerry Roth just said it needs a blood test, Hen. Yeah, really. I need to test this thoroughly. It's so loud in my headphones and it's not piping through yet. Oh my God, that was so loud. Oh my God. Why is it so loud? Can I options turn the volume down? I can, thank God. I'm going to turn the music off so we don't get a copyright strike.
Okay.
I can disable adult content. Not going to do that. Full screen mode. Did that? Oh, that just destroyed everything. Let's undo that. How do I undo it? Oh God. Michelle, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't lost everybody yet. Okay, no full screen mode because that took away my ability to see you, Michelle.
Oh, that's okay.
And I would miss you.
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Okay. So, we're going to try this. You ready?
Sure.
Hold on. Mad Metal Man deserves this to be. In this Let's Play, we watch Henrik play. Can we find a virus? uh, Jerry Ross said, that's why when I DJ'd, I didn't wear headphones after. The sound was always loud. We would miss you, Michelle.
Thanks.
All right, so you see this, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
That's your future.
It says Kata wa. And then you made it small, and now I don't know.
Oh God, I'm just trying to do a good job, okay? Oh man, hold on. I can make this work.
No, now it's weird. Oh, oh no!
Okay.
Now something happened.
I'm doing a bad job. Let's just go back to this.
Why did it get so small?
You know what? You're being really rude. I'm just trying my best. This is super hard. See, and it keeps going to my other monitor. Because I have to play it on a different monitor because I can't do it, you know? Like, there.
Okay.
Okay. We're good. You're good? Start.
Yeah.
There's no music because, like I said, I don't want us to get busted. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle with like wooden wind chimes. Uh-oh, it already says naked.
That's one of the things that they would take out if we took out adult content.
This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling.
Honey?
I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4:30 or 4 o'clock p.m. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative.
They both do.
As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. This is romantic. Did you hear that? Did you hear that rustling?
No,
Michelle?
I
You
didn't.
didn't hear that?
No.
You really didn't?
Yes.
It may not be transferring the little bit of sound that's left. That's okay. We're fine. We're playing. God damn it.
Okay.
We managed to get it to work. I'm not going to change it. Rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Click. What does that say?
Hi, Hisao. You came?
A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. Haha, you're the dainty voice. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Whoa! So you're the boy with the note. Remember that.
Yeah.
Iwanako?
Sure.
Is that what,
yeah.
Iwanako?
Yeah.
I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all an afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic.
Yeah, really.
Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself.
That would be really gross.
So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence.
Why isn't she wearing a coat?
I don't know, and she's wearing a very short skirt.
Yeah.
Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word if I tried. You see, I wanted to know, bump bump, heart beating, if you'd go out with me. Well, that was an easy game. You already have a waifu.
Yeah, we did it.
I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond their breaking point. Ishao? Ishao? Is that how you say it? Ishao?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Ishao? Heartbeat. My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. The heartbeats are increasing. Isao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. This is intense. This is a hell of a setup. Oh, there's a heartbeat thing on there. Oh,
shit.
Beep. Four Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shouju. Is that how you say shoujo? Shouju?
Shoujo.
Shoujo. Oh, while this is running credits, which we don't care about, it's showing hospital stuff. It was written by Anonymous22 was one of the names on there. Oh boy, this is going to be great, guys. So, but while we're waiting for this to finish up, Mad Metal Man said, you guys should play the Fruit Dating Simulator. No, that isn't a mistake. I said fruit. It's called Chop Chop or something. And then he said, the full title is Chop Chop Fruit Salad Mystery Jam Doki Doki Dating Sim Thingy. That sounds right up your alley, Michelle, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for this montage to end. We're seeing clocks. We're seeing things around a hospital room. So, Michelle, this was not the direction I was expecting it to go.
Yeah, I'm dying.
So, how will you get a waifu if you're dead?
I guess I'll just be a ghost, and then I can get one, right?
I mean, that sounds not
Chicks
any more
love
ridiculous than any other. Chicks dig ghosts. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
Dude, you're too young to have a heart attack.
You mean I'm too young to have a heart attack? You should say I'm.
Oh, I'm too young to have a heart attack. Plus, your heart doesn't stop when you have a heart attack, but that's fine.
In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia.
Oh, no.
A strange word, a foreign, alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better and more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure.
Jeez.
Of course, there isn't a cure.
Yeah.
Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards, but the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis.
I hate this kid.
Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital. It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answers shows that there is some hope at least. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands, but I loved the stories. That was my life. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass trapped inside my head instead of moving within. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh my god, hold on. Are you still seeing the waifu
it.
simulator?
No, that was it. We did it.
Oh fuck. Hold on, it's still working. It's just I have to fix it. This is the worst. Share. There we go. Sorry. I was laughing because David Neuer said I dubbed this waifu spooky. I did not expect there to be this much reading. We're all very lucky that I can read out loud very strongly. I hope we get to the simulating part. The days become increasingly hard to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was, but other times all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lie down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. How you doing, Michelle? And I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I'd last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid. We got to get you out of here. Tim Chestnut just commented, is this a game or a novel? When do you get to do something? I agree.
I don't know.
This is supposed to be a reading game, but like with pictures and words. But yeah, this has mostly just been reading. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what we just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to me. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Finally, some romance. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him.
Jerk.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
Uh-oh.
So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Oh.
Let me. Oh, damn! Tell me how.
Look at all these. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. I want to mention some of the words that are supposed to be medicine are not medicine. They're like, it's an hallucination. And like some of the side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision.
Okay,
I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me sicker. Oh my God. When is this a game? All this for the rest of my life. Every day?
It's not that big of a deal.
This is right up your alley, Michelle. It's like super sad.
Yeah, I know.
I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point, the doctor says. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years. What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
Oh, come on.
We think you should return to
I
a school for
understand.
ugly children. What? Dad, please calm down. Hisao, listen to what the doctor has to say. I'm not even trying to be like Japanese. I'm just trying to be gruff because his dad seems to be a jerk. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled?
Oh,
Whatever
no.
my concern shows, it's ignored. Doctor, we all understand your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure about your medication is suitable. So I've spoken with your parents about a transfer. It's a school, Yamaku Academy, that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Yeah! Disabled? What am I? Oh, is this the part where they reveal you have no legs?
Oh, man.
It's a 24-hour nurse. It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on campus. Oh my God! So you've been away from your parents for 4 months, and they're like, we don't want him back in here.
No.
Like, we realize life is much better without him living in the house. So is there a boarding school we can send him to? I mean, we're a Japanese family. We'll love him when he's a lawyer. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff and you wouldn't make a hospital nearby as a selling point. Oh my God. Tim Chestnut just made a great point. Oh, good. Oh, you get to hit on disabled girls? Great. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I really aren't able to homeschool you. We went, but it was your idea. He can't go back to his normal school. What is he? Did he become stupid from a heart attack too? Like,
I think.
What?
I think it's just such a big deal that he was out of school for that long. If he goes back, everyone's gonna call him names.
Great dishonor.
Yeah.
Not going to school for so long.
Yeah.
We went out there and had a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it.
We didn't bring this up until now because we're jerks.
It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school. While it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active and waifu material in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Oh my God. Your father's right.
Terrible.
And many of the graduates of the school have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. David Denoyer made a really good comment. He said, keep in mind, adult content coming. One of my colleagues is in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. What's that? That's what disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now.
Dude, it's fucking an arrhythmia. Like, calm the fuck down.
But they took him out of school. They're sending him to another school where he has to board. He won't even get to sleep in his own bedroom anymore. Like,
Okay, well, he got used to it. He's been out of his house for 4 months. He can go somewhere else now.
He'll be fine. It's
And-
funny. Go ahead, please.
No, I don't know.
It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no, I don't say anything. The fact is that I don't know it. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try.
Oh, that's nice.
A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is
It
all I
is.
can think to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to resign myself to that. All right, we're skipping some stuff if there's like... Okay, good, it's over. Man, my voice is getting tired. That was a lot of reading, man.
Whoa, look at him. He's so
Oh,
cool.
he's so... That's you, Michelle.
Oh, man, I'm so cool.
Okay, will this be a game now? There's a gate. I'm assuming it's the gate to enter the school. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered, well, gates aren't supposed to feel welcoming. They're supposed to keep you from getting in when they're closed.
Yes.
I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no.
It looks like a okay gate to me. I don't know.
Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good.
Yeah.
Feels
Ow.
good, man. Ow?
Yeah, I just hurt myself.
So I walk towards the main building of Yamuku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park with a clean walkway through past trees. I'm done reading all this hygienically. No, it's a game. It's a game. We're doing a game. I'm skipping. We're doing a game. Look at all these words!
You're not even gonna know what's happening. Now
A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You must be Nikki?
Yeah.
Nakai. Tall man. You are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher, Mr. Mutao. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Yeah, no shit. You've been reading for an hour and a half. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? Oh my God. Okay, we're skipping. Oh, there's a question. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? That's your question. That's you, Michelle.
Why?
Why? Do I have to? Of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. My heart is pounding. We're not reading stuff that isn't a question. Good morning. You're about to go to class for the first time. Ta-da. Look at all the waifus.
They all look so okay.
I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of their new students. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is usually, oh my God. Okay, shut up until there's a question. This is supposed to be a game.
I don't think this is going to work out so well.
No, Michelle, you can't stop this with your negativity.
But I don't know what's going on now.
You don't need to. We read a whole book.
How could I know? I don't even know. Like, there's some girl now.
A cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright
is.
pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Oh man, look how happy she is to see us. She laughed and then said tilde. There was a tilde on there. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hamachichi. I'm Misha, and this is Hakamichi. I can't say words anymore. Oh no, there's two girls now. I hope it doesn't become some kind of a weeb harem. She is short yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark. Why is it describing so much? We have a picture.
I know, but the picture was not. I don't know.
Oh, she doesn't say anything because she's deaf. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands.
You got it right.
Make a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher's messing with me. Okay, she's deaf. That's great. We need to have questions to answer. Oh my gosh, I'm getting fed up. This is Michelle's fault, by the way.
It really is. See, I'm thinking I could do this. I could just stream these on Twitch. That would be fun.
Yeah, you just have to be. You're pretty good at reading out loud, right?
No, I'm not. I'm terrible at it, so that's why people like it, because they'll laugh at me.
They're all gonna laugh at you. Look at all this dialogue that you don't answer any questions.
This is what these games are sometimes. It's a visual novel, I guess. Right?
It's supposed to be a game. It said game.
It's a visual novel.
Look, there's still no questions. Class just ended, and there's still no questions.
Oh.
So now we're in the lunch cafeteria. I'm about to give up. I'm getting tired. Oh, ask about Shizuni's deafness. I think I got everything I need to know, or ask about the library.
Ask about the library, because I like books. And I don't care about them.
But you're supposed to get a waifu. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There is. It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizuni sign back and forth. Oh my god, I can't. This conversation went silent. Now we're back to class. Oh my god. All right. I think this woman has a horrible scar on her face. All right, I'm sorry. We're Can I save our place? I bet not.
I don't know what's going on anymore because you keep skipping everything.
Yeah, because it's taking 5 years.
It's the journey.
Mad Metal Man said whoa, oh fuck, I did it again.
That's okay.
We're calling it a day. I'm sorry. I can't survive this anymore. Michelle, what are you doing? You're a giant.
Oh, sorry.
And you're not on your microphone either.
Sorry.
Oh, it asked if I want to quit. I think, does that mean I saved my game? Because if we can pick up where we left off, that's not as bad. But man, that was rough. Oh, my poor voice. Michelle, I think you owe me an apology.
I'm sorry. I just apologized.
But I mean a better apology.
Okay. I'm really sorry.
See, that's good.
Okay.
Oh my god. We played for like 21 minutes.
Yeah.
It did save our progress, so we will be back next week, maybe. So anyway, I think it's time to go. It's getting late.
I gotta cook dinner.
What are you having for dinner, Michelle?
I don't want to tell you.
Why not?
I'm making these
both
pancakes.
Stretching.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know.
What are you making?
Making pancakes that are like Japanese for some reason, but I didn't buy them. They were a gift.
From yourself?
No.
Who gave them to you? Who gave you Japanese pancakes?
My dad did.
Okay, I guess that's okay. Well, Michelle, I hope you have a very good day. I'm sorry we didn't get you a waifu today, but we will figure this out together.
It's okay. I was trying really hard not to get one, so.
So, and before we go, everything is calm on the doggo cam. So life is good. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. This was fun. We got to hang out, chat a little bit, make laughs, get copyright struck immediately. So on that note, guys, I hope you all have a very good first week of the year, and we'll see you guys probably next Wednesday at around the same time. Probably. So, Mad Middleman said, so cringy dating games coming soon to this channel. We may not actually do it much more. That was really exhausting and not a lot of payoff. So we'll see what happens. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.